We missed you at the Variety show this year. Last year, Frank was a master of ceremonies for John Wayne's tribute. So last night...
For the big fella.
Yeah, the doll. But Cheryl Ladd told me last night that she got Charlie's Angels off having shown her pilot that we did with her on Policewoman for that. So that was last year's.
Yeah.
But it's a long ride.
Yeah. Remember when we made the picture together? That's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
We made a film together called Ocean's 11, which she did in Las Vegas that time. And that's when you were on the other side of the law. The other outside
I was married to you.
That was a fun movie to make, you know that?
Yes.
You know
Who was I? I was Beatrice, I think.
Yeah, I don't know your name, but we were married in the picture.
We were married.
We never saw much of each other in the roles itself.
You ran out on me. That's all I remember.
Well, I've been known to do things like that, you know. But you know, after that picture was out for several months, even today, once in a while, I'll run into someone somewhere, and they will say to me, couldn't you guys have kept $5,000 out of that instead of burning it all in the casket? I said, you can't do that.
It is one of the great endings of any picture. I went to Italy shortly after that, about a year later, and it was called Colpo Grosso over there, and they'd point to me, and they wouldn't say, Angie, this is Colpo Grosso. Yeah. And although I was in it so very little because it was all of the men doing the robbery. But what fun. The most fun for me, aside from being your wife in a film, was that in the daytime we would shoot, and at night,
we were working at the Sands Hotel. The four of us were on stage, 2 shows a night, and shooting all day long.
Yeah, they were. Did you sleep at all?
When we were standing up from time to time, we got a few naps, you know.
But it was so much.
We had a festival every evening, too, with the wine and all that stuff was floating around the place.
It was great fun.
It was a marvelous film. Mm-hmm. One of the interesting things about the ending that you mentioned was that Louis Milestone, who directed that film for us, came up with the idea for the ending. Yes, because he went to, I'm not trying to be morbid, but for a minute, let me just say that he went to the funeral of Bora Minovich. And in the temple, they have the crematorium was tied in with the temple. And consequently, in our picture, when the boys began looking at each other, wondering what the noise was in the background, it was the incinerator, actually, is what it was. And I said to him, how do you figure that? He said, well, I saw that happen once. And we were shocked because we said, well, while the rabbi was doing all the prayers, you know, they could hear this noise. Consequently, we put it in the picture, which was a marvelous switch. Where we buried the money in the casket with the other cat, with Nicky Conti.
And you know, God bless him. Yeah. And the looks, though, from one to the other down the line, all of you realizing what was happening is just wonderful.
Then we came back up the aisle the other way. Finally, everybody said, they're burning the casket. It was fun making that picture.
Oh, it sure was. It was a great time.
Well, maybe one day you and I can be cops in a movie.
Yeah. Where did you keep your badge when you did Cherry Street? Or your gun, I mean.
My gun?
And your Fargo. That's always my problem.
Excuse me 1 minute. We'll be right back. I want to discuss this for a minute.